Welcome back to College Football 26 Road to Glory on Heisman Difficulty. I am your host, Action Jackson Wilson, and not just your host, but the dual threat running back for the Purdue Boilermakers. Senior redshirt making his way through the last season in a CFB uniform. And hopefully, after this is all said and done, he will be heading to the big city to play in the National Football League. Our first opponents today are the FCS West Bolts. Hetav, it's great for you to join us, man. And there's the spamming of the charcoal. We're getting started early and often. That's probably the best way to go here, because we want to make a statement. We split our first two games. FCS West gets the first points on the board. It was a lengthy drive that went about 5 minutes. And now we'll see if Purdue has got an answer. They knocked off Fresno State here at home, and then they got humbled by TCU, who is a very, very good team. I think they were like a 90-something overall compared to our 69, so we're definitely looking for a bounce-back effort here today as Jackson Wilson lines up for a screenplay. Here we go. We got to make something happen quick. There's 2 on the play clock. Here's the snap. Quick throw to Wilson to the outside. There's nobody in the vicinity. He gets a block. Still going. 40, 50, into FCS territory on the first play from scrimmage. Jackson Wilson with a 39-yard catch. The charcoal has already worked, Hetav. The first play of the game. Well, technically not the first play of the entire game. The first Purdue play on offense. Amounts in a big gain for Wilson, and here we go. Wilson, who already has a sensational effort against Fresno State and TCU under his belt, trying to keep the juices flowing. Now this is going to be a run play up the middle. Wilson exploding up the gut for a gain of about 4. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 6. Jackson Wilson, who spent his first 2 years with San Jose State, and then he transferred to a bigger school here at Purdue. He's had a great career. He had some injury adversity at the end of his junior season, but he is back healthy and better than ever. And now let's go with an inside zone. FCS West leading 7-0, but Purdue is on the run. They give it to Wilson again. Great blocking. There he goes. There's another positive gain, and Wilson gets thrown down at the 16-yard line. 2 carries for 22 yards and a catch for 39 yards. Jackson Wilson came to play here today. The spamming did work, Hetav. And now let's go to the post curl. Looks like FCS is going to be sending a blitz. Here's the snap. Wilson again open on the outside, and he can just walk right in for a touchdown. Jackson Wilson, 2 rushes, 2 catches, 77 yards total. The Boilermakers tell the Bolts right back at you as they give them a bolt of offense. What a catch. Nobody again in the vicinity. Jackson Wilson stacking up the stats. What a great day so far, Hetav, but we're just getting started. This is the first game of many as we wind down our college career. We have to win this game, because if we don't, we're going to be in big trouble against the other 2 opponents that are coming up. There's a defensive stop by Purdue to keep the game tied 7-7, and now Wilson's back on the field for another screen. This looks like the right play call. This time we're going to the left. Here's the throw to Wilson, complete. Wilson charging ahead for a gain of 6. Paul Wilbin, the Purdue quarterback, off to a great start. Jackson Wilson took a hard hit there. And now it's going to be 2nd and 4 coming up for the Boilermakers. Late stages of the first quarter. FCS West got the first touchdown on the board, and then Purdue with the answer. And now here is Wilson with the hard cut. He's right here for another first down. Never mind, it popped out of his hands. That's incomplete. Not a bad throw there. He had nowhere else to go. Great tackle, and Wilson just couldn't secure it. All right, here's what we're going to do here. We're going to go back to the screen. The screen has definitely been working to perfection thus far. See if Wilson can explode again to the right side. Here's the snap. Nobody around. Wilson, first down and more, and he will scurry to the sideline out of bounds. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They're going back to the screen, and Jackson Wilson is now up to 75 yards here in the first half against FCS West. When you got a struggling opponent in front of you, you got to beat them down, and that's exactly what we're doing. Here's a 1st and 10 snap coming up with Jackson Wilson to the right of Philbin in the backfield. They're looking for pass, so they'll give it to Wilson. He scurries up the middle, never mind. He's stalled at the line of scrimmage. That's going to be a gain of nothing, and it's going to be 2nd down and 10. Good tackle by FCS West. All right, I'm going to take this play off here. They're used to seeing me, so let's see if it pops open for my teammates now. Here we go. Quick snap. And there it is. There's a nice completion over the middle. That brings up 3rd down and 6. Shout out to Hetab, who is watching at 8:28 a.m. where he is at. Over here in the United States, it is, let's see. It just turned 10 o'clock, so 10 o'clock at night. 3rd down and 6 coming up. You can get a little cooking here. All right, Wilson now to the left. Philbin takes the snap. Wilson with the hard cut. His teammate gets it done. Over the middle. Great catch. Able to secure it. And Purdue overcomes that early statement by the FCS West defense, tackling Wilson at the line of scrimmage to bring up a 2nd down and 10. And then on 3rd and 6, they keep the drive going. Let's drop another screen play. They have not been able to stop this so far. We're going to keep going to it quite often. Here's the snap. Philbin. And now Wilson looking for a block and getting one. Wilson with a series of moves and a gain of about 7. Wilson now with 82 receiving yards on what has been a masterful performance here today. Purdue cannot afford to lose this game, and Wilson knows it. He's doing everything in his power to keep them in the lead, or actually put them in the lead for the first time tonight. Clock winding down here in the first quarter. It's tied at 7, FCS West and Purdue. Wilson will call for an audible. And now he'll go in motion towards the sideline. Snap goes to Philbin. He's got Wilson right there. 1st down. Great catch, and that puts Philbin at 100 passing yards in the opening quarter. The game may be tied, but Purdue is looking to take the lead. As you can see, their offense is having one of its best performances ever since Wilson got here. They showed out against Fresno State. They're looking to do it again here against FCS West. This is a game that everybody knows that we need to win. But we'll take a great performance however we can get it. And now here on 1st and 10 from the 34. Going to go with the corner strike, and Wilson will go in motion here. At least try to. And here we go. Is it open over the middle? Yes, it is, but the quarterback gets hit. However, we have a flag on the field, and it looks like this is going to be on Purdue. So not only do we get a holding, we also take a sack. That's not good. So that's going to bring up 1st down and 20. Actually, correct that. FCS West with the wise decision of declining it to make it 2nd down and 18. If that sack wouldn't have happened, they would have accepted it to make it 1st and 20. Now here is Wilson going in motion, trying to confuse the defense. Nobody jump, please. All right, now let's audible. Here we go. Wilson lines up under center. And now we got motion on the left side, and it's going to be against Purdue. Back-to-back penalties against the Boilermakers. That's going to do our confidence no good. A drive that was going in motion has now been stalled back 5 more yards to make it 2nd down and 23. Now let's see what coach is suggesting now for this. All right, he's going to go with the slant stick. Jackson Wilson lining up on the left side. Here's the snap. The throw is going to be caught. What a move by the wide receiver to spin away on what looked to be a sure tackle. We'll definitely pick up that gain, and it's 3rd down and 13. All right, now let's try an angle curl. Purdue trying to fight through these penalties. Here's the snap. Wilson, hard cut over the middle. It's caught, but he's going to be well short of the 1st down. It was a gain of about 3, and now it looks like Purdue is going to send the field goal unit onto the field. And it looks like we did, and we came up short. On the other side, FCS West with a field goal to go up 10-7. And now Purdue will have the football at the 30-yard line. Penalties definitely costed us some momentum right there. Let's see if we can get some of that back. There's another screenplay coming up for Wilson, but they're all over it this time. A loss of 4 on that play. That's going to bring up 2nd and 14. And other guys have got to step up other than me. They're keying in on me now. Now here's the snap. Over the middle, it's batted down, incomplete. It's going to bring up 3rd and 14. 3rd and long coming up. All right, I'm going to go in motion. Come on, put me down the side. I'm just going to run straight down, guys. And if I'm open, I'm calling for it. Here we go. Trying to use my speed to my advantage. Here we go. Here goes Wilson. Cutting over the middle. He tab with charcoal in the comments. And it might have just worked because we got a flag against the Titans. It's pass interference. Purdue will definitely take that. That's going to be an automatic first down. Going with the deep play worked. It threw the defense off guard, and now we got 1st and 10 from the 41. And now they line up for a running play with Wilson. The handoff to Wilson, up the middle. Wilson breaking free. He gets about 6 on that carry. That's his 4th rush of the game. He's now got 28 yards on the ground. Let's go back to it again. 2nd down and 4. Purdue with the ball at midfield, trailing 10-7. Here's another snap and a handoff to Wilson. Wilson breaking free. That's another first. Spinning. Winning to the 35. Have you ever seen a spin move like that before? Jackson Wilson just threw his defender to the turf. And he continues to rack up the yards here in the opening half. 1st and 10 Purdue from the 35. This is going to be another handoff to Wilson from Philbin. Here comes the pressure. Wilson able to evade it. Still going. Another first down. Wilson keeping the line moving. Nobody else is stepping up, so it's got to be him. Wilson doing a little of everything here today. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. We're going back to the run. Going with the inside zone once again. Wilson has been on an absolute heater today. It continues, and he's close to another first down. 2nd down and 1. Wilson fighting for that touchdown. Trying to put the Boilermakers in the lead for the first time today. All right, now let's see. Now let's go back to the screen. 2nd down and 1. Oh, look at this right here. This is going to be wide open. Let me go in motion. All right, let me go back. All right, we need good blocking right here. 2nd and 1. Here's the throw to Wilson. Trying to get to the outside, but it's not there. He loses 5 yards on that catch. Oh, and now somebody's taunting. All right, 3rd down and 6. Man, that sucks. We had a 2nd and 1, but the screenplay didn't work. No problem. They're going to go back to the run, and Wilson gets stuffed. So the drive stalls. However, the Boilermakers are in scoring range. And they will kick the field goal to tie this game up. All right, so the score is now 10-10 between West and Purdue as Jackson Wilson prepares for another scoring drive beginning at the 33. It has been a thorough performance here today for Jackson Wilson as the Boilermakers look to follow suit and take the lead on this drive. Here is a interception. The quarterback gets picked over the middle. How in the world did he come away with that? But that could be a costly turnover for Purdue. FCS West continues to give Purdue a challenge here today. And now we got to go back to the sideline and hope the defense can come through for us once again. The defense does. So our offense gets the ball again. 1st down and 10 as we take over from the 20. Here's Philbin in the gun. We go with the corner strike. He takes the snap. He's looking, still looking. He's going to go to the sideline. That's incomplete. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 10. And now we got a booth review. I think they're checking to see if this was actually an incompletion or whether the receiver had possession. And it looks like, upon further review, that Powell did get both the feet down. Now, granted, that's not a positive gain to as much of an extent. However, it does count. The play is reversed. So instead of it being 2nd and 10, it's going to be 2nd and 8 for the Boilermakers in a tie football game, 10-10. Here's the snap. Wilson offering protection if need be. That pass is caught, and that's going to be a Purdue first down. Purdue needs some points on this drive. Now Wilson going in motion. He's going to go with a hot route to the sideline. Wilson keeping the defender on their toes. He's got him. He's got him. It is caught, and Wilson wisely slides down. That'll make it 2nd down and 4. The clock continues to wind. Wilson with another positive gain. He's now got 87 receiving yards here today. Now Wilson's going to go in motion to the left side, if it even lets me. Nope, actually, we're going to change this to a slant. 2nd down and 4. Here we go. The snap, the throw, complete. And to midfield goes Wilson's fellow wide receiver with 42 seconds left on the clock. Purdue hasn't led all day. But with great clock management, they continue to move the ball. They can change that right now. There's another quick strike over the middle. It's caught for another positive gain. This one's going to go for 8 yards, and now Purdue will burn its first timeout. Nearing halftime here in week 3 between FCS West and Purdue. The game is tied 10 apiece. On 2nd and 2, the Boilermakers line up with Jackson Wilson. And he's going to sprint down the side. Wilson comes back, and he can't make the catch because that's going to go out of bounds. Quarterback wisely gets rid of it to stop the clock. He was under pressure. Well, that was a terrible throw. He had me, but just missed me. All right, 3rd down and 2. Wilson in motion once again. He's going to be looking for the sideline. Here we go. Quick strike. Wilson can't make the catch. The quarterback once again misses the throw, and now it's going to bring up 4th and 2. All right, now that'll take us to the second half. Game still even at 10 apiece. As we draw up another screenplay for Wilson. Now it looks like they're going to be covering it, so let's audible out of it. Go to double slants. Wilson in motion. Quarterback takes the snap. Wilson with the hard cut. And it's another interception by the Purdue quarterback. That's absolutely unbelievable. Turnover machine. And FCS West with another opportunity to take the lead. It's like we're just giving them this football game right now. What is up with these quarterbacks on my team? All 4 years, they've been turnover machines. Chambers at San Jose State, and now these Purdue quarterbacks. FCS West takes the lead, 17-10. It's so freaking embarrassing, man. All right, Wilson once again going in motion. Come on, do not miss this throw. It's going to be wide open. Now, why would you throw to the left side? Okay, at least they got a gain of 9. That's good. That's good. All right. Drop a rush play. Here we go. The reason why I haven't been doing these lately is because of my wear and tear. I want to make sure I stay in the game. Here we go. Handoff. Wilson breaking free to the sideline. First down, Purdue. Wilson with a nice gain. He continues to rack up the positive yards here today. But he's got to have his teammates follow suit. And the quarterback's got to stop throwing interceptions. It's starting to get annoying. I'm not going to lie. All right, here we are at midfield. In the shotgun, Philbin takes the snap. He's going to stick with Wilson, and he gets tackled. It looked like that was going to be a clean block, but he somehow was able to get around it, and that brings up 2nd down and 10 for the Boilermakers. Wilson now with an A grade here today. Now here's the snap. Wilson, hard cut over the middle. His teammate's wide open. He makes the catch at the 40. Still going inside the 20. And they'll mark him down at the 23-yard line. So once again, Purdue on the doorstep. I mean, a field goal would be nice, but we want to get in the end zone and tie this game up. Here's Philbin in the shotgun. Another handoff for Wilson. Here he goes up the middle. Wilson for a gain of 8. Wilson now with 87 yards on 11 carries. 2nd down and 2. Philbin. As we go to a corner strike. Wilson in motion. Here's the snap. Wilson over the middle. Still calling for it. He's wide open, but the quarterback doesn't throw it. The quarterback didn't throw it. You gotta be kidding. Wide open. He would have had the touchdown if the quarterback would have just thrown the ball. But no, he takes a sack. And now it brings up 3rd down and 7. It's ridiculous. My gosh. All right, let's go to shock. 10 on the play clock. Snap to Philbin. Wilson, wide open, and he threw another interception. So on a drive where Purdue could have had points, they get none. The quarterback didn't throw to Wilson when he was open, and then he gives the ball back to FCS West yet again. What the flim-flam is this quarterback on right now? Defense gets a stop to keep this 17-10. Oh my gosh, we should not be in this position right now. But I'm limiting my touches because I want to stay in the game because of this freaking wear and tear. All right. I'm just going to sprint down the field. Here we go. Throw it, throw it. Nope, incomplete. Come on, guys, got to be looking for me. It's like he's throwing to everybody but me downfield. As you can see, he did look my way, but then he threw to the teammate who just dropped it. 2nd down and 10 for Purdue. They'll hand this off to Wilson, and it goes nowhere. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 9. Ball at the 42-yard line. They're going to be sending pressure, so we need to go to a screen. Come on, guys. Block for your life. We need it. 1st down. Let's go. Wilson gets it done. Gets his team to the 33-yard line. As you can see, I'm getting closer and closer to being taken out of this game because of my wear and tear. I got to make my touches last. 97 receiving yards today for Wilson, along with 88 rushing yards. Now we're going to go to PA comebacks. Can Purdue capitalize on this opportunity? Fake handoff to Wilson, and now the quarterback gets steamrolled. Quarterback gets sacked, and now that's going to bring up 2nd down and 15. Third quarter, 2nd down and 15. Wilson in motion. Here's the snap. Wilson down the middle of the field. It is caught, and he spins away for the 1st down. Wilson coming up clutch yet again. But because of my wear and tear, that's probably going to be my last play of the game. We get a field goal. We get a touchdown. We take the lead. And we win the game. It wasn't easy, ladies and gentlemen, but the Purdue Boilermakers have the comeback victory. And Jackson Wilson, before he left the game, he balls out. 120 receiving yards, and he also got 88 rushing yards on 12 carries. 27-20 is your final. And we also got that A-plus teammate grade to boot. It's called taking advantage of your opportunities when you get them. For the time that Wilson was on the field, he was a leader. All right, let's get back in that rehab and get ready for week number 4. Yes, Heat-Tav, we win these. I wish that game was a blowout because FCS West is freaking gosh awful, but our team's not the best either, as you guys know. Well, nothing to be ashamed of, though. Purdue quarterback made a lot of boneheaded decisions, but I ain't complaining. We'll take the win however we can get it. We're not going to apologize for victories, ever. All right, strap yourselves in, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to go to Madison to take on undefeated Wisconsin in Big Ten action. You know I'm going to need rehab before that game. See, they're letting me do rehab now. Why didn't they let me do this at the end of last season? That doesn't make any sense. But we're back to fully healthy. Let's continue to kill it in the classroom. Yeah, Heat-Tav, that's a good point. But you know, to be honest, the wear and tear is overpowered this year. They really need to buff that for next year. It's like your guy gets injured way too easily. Like he can only take so many hits. And that's not the case just for me. That's for everybody that's played this game. I've seen a lot of YouTubers complain about that. They need to patch that up next year. Now, don't get me wrong. This is still a great game. It's a minor issue. But they also need to patch glitches like that one we had last year where it wouldn't let me go into rehab. Therefore, I couldn't really play in my last 3 games of my junior season. So, unfortunately, we didn't have that luxury. But that's okay. And honestly, I think we can just go right into game time. Since my college career is winding down and I'm already getting the touches that I need to, we probably don't even need to go to practice anymore. What's going on, Davik? Davik and Heat-Tav, both in the building. Two of my favorite subscribers. What's going on, guys? Just in time for the next game, Davik. We brought home a victory against FCS West. It was our second win in our first 3 games to open my senior campaign. I don't know about this one, though. We're going on the road to take on Wisconsin. We need to put forth our best effort of the season if we're going to take this one home. Seems that only yesterday we were just meeting Davik and Heat-Tav on Hogwarts Legacy. And actually, speaking of that, if you guys haven't seen the finale of Hogwarts Legacy, be sure to check that out. We have conquered it on hard difficulty. That's all I'm going to say. Go check that out, guys, and enjoy. Also, stay tuned for our next series, which is Red Dead Redemption 2. That's coming up here in the next couple days after we finish our Road to Glory. We're in our senior season, so there's only a few more streams before we transition to Madden in the NFL. Davik, I really appreciate you, man. You know I do. All right, Jackson Wilson coming off a 200-yard performance against FCS East. Trying to keep the juices flowing as the defense comes up with a quick 3 and out in front of this raucous Madison faithful here in Wisconsin. Purdue got a comeback win last week to improve to 2-1. Now the question is, can they get a victory here in the Big Ten as they look to improve on a 5-7 campaign from a season ago? In the shotgun is Purdue quarterback, and now we got a flag on the field. This is going against Purdue. Not a good way to start the game there. You lose 5 yards on that penalty. And now we line it up from the 27. Jackson Wilson in the backfield with his QB. Now we audible into a slant. Quarterback takes the snap. Wilson with a juke move. The throw is complete. And that's going to be a first down for Purdue. On 1st and 15, the quarterback gets it done. He got taken to the ground on a late hit, but he was still able to complete it. Check this out. Great catch over the shoulder. And that's a fresh set of downs for Purdue. That wipes out that early penalty. Now here's Jackson Wilson, who's going to call for audible and try to juke him to the sideline. see. Here we go. Make that throw. Nope, incomplete. That throw was nowhere near Wilson. That's going to bring up 2nd down and 10. All right, let's do some curls this time. In shotgun formation. Here's the snap. The throw. It's another completion. Didn't quite get the first down, but it's a gain of 9. And on 3rd down and 1, they're going to hand this to Wilson. You can pick up that first down out of the shotgun formation. Trying to keep the drive alive. Hand off to Wilson. There he goes for the first. Good run there by Wilson. That's his first carry of today. Fresh set of downs for Purdue at the Wisconsin 42. Now let's go to a screen. Looks like Wisconsin's going to be sending the heat right here. You can see in the formation, here it comes. Wilson, good play call. He gets a block to the sideline for another first down. And now they say he was inches short, but Jackson Wilson definitely not complaining. He'll take that type of gain in that situation. That puts Purdue at the 32-yard line. Quick strike on the screen. Jackson Wilson with a positive carry and now a positive catch. So he looks to continue his hot stretch here in the early portion of his senior season. 2nd down and inches. Wisconsin's going to be looking for the run. So we'll go with the slant middle to the sideline. Here we go. Quarterback takes the snap. He's got Wilson again. It's caught over the middle. Wilson still going, pushing the pile into field goal range. Jackson Wilson may be a running back, but he is not afraid to act as a wide receiver in the flat. He's probably taken more hits than anybody on this team. That's why his wear and tear has been so high week after week. But that's the kind of player he is. He's putting life on the line for his guys. It's like we put our life on the line to save Hogwarts. Right, Heatav? 1st and 10. Quick strike, Wilson, again wide open, and he makes a sliding catch. Unfortunately, couldn't stay on his feet there, but he will take the positive gain. He's going to bring up 2nd down and 8. Jackson Wilson, who's been breaking reception records left and right ever since he went to San Jose State. He's made a lot of catches throughout his college career. And here's his teammates helping out. And that's going to bring up 1st and goal for Purdue at the 9. Boy, we would love to have a touchdown here on this opening drive. Here we go. They line up with Wilson to the right of the quarterback. Quarterback takes the snap. Wilson trying to go up the middle. He's got the touchdown in Madison. And this crowd is silenced. Hogwarts legacy on hard difficulty. CFB 26 on Heisman difficulty. Those of you that don't know, that's hard difficulty in football. And Purdue strikes first. Jackson Wilson with a 10-yard scurry to the end zone. Heatav's been spamming charcoal before we even started today's gameplay, and it is paying off in a big way. Purdue hungry for an upset. Their program desperately needs a win that they're not supposed to have. Can the defense come through? To a certain extent. Wisconsin gets points on the board, but they limit the damage. Purdue takes the lead or keeps the lead. And now with the score 7-3, they line up for another drive, which begins from the 30. Jackson Wilson will not be in this play. This is going to be a quick slant formation. Here's the snap. There's a short throw. It's incomplete. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 10. Got to keep the defense honest. We can't just keep going to me because, number one, the wear and tear, but two, we can't be predictable either. All right, here we go. Here's a snap. Wilson with the hard cut. Teammates once again can't secure the catch. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 10. All right, we're going to stay away from the run right now. Let's audible to the left side. We're going to go straight down the middle. Here we go. Quarterback takes the snap. Wilson makes his man miss. He's got the catch and the first down. Wilson using every bit of his long arms to haul in that tough throw. The speed and the stamina to outrun his opponent and the skill to make that catch. Remarkable. Wilson making his name known here in hostile territory as he looks to expand on his NFL draft stock. The dual threat running back has a dream, and his dream is to win. Now as we enter the late stages of the first quarter, 5 seconds remaining on the play clock, they'll hand it off to Wilson again. Good move, but the lineman is right there to help out. Wilson with a positive gain. Now granted, it was only 1 yard. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 9. Running the ball has been difficult for Wilson sometimes because of this line protection. Purdue is nowhere close to having the line that Wisconsin does. However, we're still making some big plays when we need to. So let's go to our coach suggestions. I like the slip screen here. 2nd down and 9. They again look for Wilson, and there it is. Perfect blocking. Wilson out of bounds after gaining 6. 5 catches today for Wilson and a total of 40 yards. Now the question is, can he pick up another big first down on this upcoming rush? He's been clutch so far, and he does it again. Jackson Wilson into the pile, fearlessly breaking the plane. Take another look, lowering the helmet, and he's got a fresh set of downs unlocked for Purdue. Seven to 3, the Boilermakers still on the move here in Madison. Now we go to a smash play. 10 seconds remaining on the play clock. Quarterback takes the snap. Wilson, hard cut over the middle. The teammate was wide open down the left sideline, but the quarterback got nailed. Yeah, GTA 6 coming out soon, Heatav. Yeah, that's the plan anyway. I think Jacob Bates will be joining me, just like for the new Life is Strange. But that's a story for another moment. Just stay tuned for that, and I would love that to be the case because I've done a lot of solo gameplays. We got to get back to the group ones. Jacob's got a lot going on, but he will be back. Don't worry, folks. All right, 2nd down and 10. Wilson, hard cut over the middle, but the quarterback overthrows him. It's incomplete. Jackson with a great route right there, but again, the quarterback off target. Now we got another big 3rd down coming up for the Boilermakers here. The snap, pressure is coming. Wilson pops 3, but there's a sack. And Wisconsin's going to get the ball back, trailing by just 4. Great job by the Purdue defense. The Boilermakers get the ball back, leading 7 to 3. And now Wilson sees that they're in rushing defense. We're going to audible to the right side. Guys, you got to make this throw here. It's got to be perfect. It's got to be perfect. Caught by Wilson. Nobody in the vicinity. He had to make the over-the-shoulder sliding catch, and he does it. Unbelievable play call. They faked him with the run, and Wilson snuck down the sideline for another big catch. Take another look. The concentration, the fearlessness, and he slides down. Heatav with the charcoal in the comment section once again. Charcoal's continuing to be stoked. Will it be enough to get the win, though? That's the question. In the shotgun. Takes the snap. Over the middle. Wilson again. Spinning for the first down. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness, guys. Look at this play. 2 guys needed to bring him down because, whoop! Hit him with the Chris Berman. Here, another one. Here we go. Whoop! Spinning and winning. Ankle breakers. Football edition. 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line. Heatav, this is like when we're in combat on Hogwarts Legacy and we're going up against 10 and they still can't stop us. Ooh, Wilson, nasty juke. He's got another catch. Look at this. 2nd down and 9. Hey, I don't care if it's just 1 yard. If it's open, we're going to take it. Now we go to the slip screen to the left. Come on, give me another block. Give me another block. Come on. Throw it, throw it, throw it, throw it. Yes, I was able to get to the outside. First down. Now Jackson Wilson showing off his speed. Quarterback pumped up. He got shaken up, but he thankfully had Wilson there for backup. Look at that late hit. Where's the roughing the quarterback? We should be even closer. That's a penalty. 1st and 10 from the 22 as Purdue looks to expand on a 7-3 lead here on the road at Madison. Wilson going into an audible. Now we're going to go over the middle like this. Here we go. Quarterback takes the snap. Wilson right there, but hey, that's fine, that's fine. The teammates right there as well. A gain of about 3. Now let's go back to the slip screen. No, I take that back. I take that back. That's not a good idea. All right, audible this again. Audible it again. Here we go. Another good throw. Way to secure it. A gain of about 4. Like, all I ask is that we don't turn the ball over right here. We've got a 7-3 lead. Worst case scenario, we're up by 7. The best Wisconsin can do is tie. Of course, if they decide to go for 2, which can happen, but... All right, 3rd down and 3. We're going to audible this into a run play. Actually, no, I take that back. This is going to be a pass. Or is it? You know what? Timeout, 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 timeout. No, this play's got to be for me. This play's got to be for me here. I mean, if we're going to fall short, it might as well be me. So, 3rd down and 3 coming up. They go with the inside zone. Here we go. Wilson to the right side. Looking for another clutch first down. He's spinning, and he is 1 yard short. So Wilson can't get the first down there. He didn't have much protection. But Purdue is in field goal range. We'll see what they do with it. The kick is good, and they get the ball back. It's 10-3 Boilermakers with 4:46 remaining here in the first half. They're going to start at midfield from the 49-yard line. Another great game in progress for Jackson Wilson. He's got 101 total yards as a dual threat. And now here's a block to the outside, and Wilson juking his man and gaining about 3. That's going to bring up 2nd down and 7. Wilson with another positive gain on that catch. Feed the hot hand. 2nd down and 7. If we get good blockers right here, we can get a positive gain. Here we go. Wilson using his legs to the outside, right up the middle. He's gone! He's gone! See you on the other side! Touchdown, Purdue! We're in cheese country, but because we got the charcoal going on the grill, it's grilled cheese here in Madison, and it's tasting real good. What a play call, what a juke move, and what a block by the teammates. The breakout performance that we've been waiting for is here. Wow. Unbelievable stuff here in Madison. Wisconsin stopped again. I don't want to speak too soon, guys, but it just might happen here today. If there's a day when we're going to get a program-defining win, it's got to be right here, right now. We start at the 28-yard line. Look at those numbers for Jackson Wilson, and we're still only in the first half. Here comes another slip screen. Here we go. Wilson up the middle. He's almost got a first down. He picks up 9. Wilson continuing to spin and win. We got 5 viewers now. You guys tuned in just in time. We got ourselves an explosive performance here on Heisman difficulty. Jackson Wilson heating up here in his senior season. He torched Fresno State, put forth a great effort against TCU, led a comeback against FCS West, and now he is on a mission here in Madison. The Madison mission is what we'll call it. 2:45 to go here in the first half. It's all Purdue, leading 17-3. They go with the jet touch pass. Here they go. Great blocking, but it gets shut down anyway. It looked like we had the first down. We only needed 1 yard on that. And now we got a Wisconsin Badgers shaken up. That's Greg Keeney. All right, here we go. Let's go slip screen left side. We need a big play right here to get the first. Keep the drive alive. Feed the hot hand, why not? Here is Wilson. He's got another first down to midfield. Look at the numbers for Wilson. 101 receiving yards on 12 catches here today. And we still got 75% on our wear and tear. That's great stuff right there, guys. All right, I tell you what, right now, we're not even going to run a play until the 2-minute warning. We got the clock on our side. We want to try to kill two birds with one stone here, guys. The plan is to drain out the rest of this clock here in the first half while getting more points on the board. We got 2 timeouts in our back pocket. So let's be smart with it. No stupid turnovers, please. Like we had 3 stupid turnovers in the previous game against FCS East, which nearly costed us a huge upset. So they're going to start on the ground with Wilson. Great blocking. Wilson up the gut for a gain of 9. He's now got 76 yards on 7 rushes. Wow, what a performance here in hostile territory for Jackson Wilson. Clock continues to wind. We're down to 1:40. Keep the sticks moving, guys. That's the game plan right now. 2nd down and 1. We're going to go to a slant play. Wilson is in motion. This should be a quick strike. Be careful right here. But the sidelines should be there on 2nd and 1. They're going to be bringing pressure. Here it is. It is caught, but Wilson doesn't get the first down. However, I still like that decision. It's better than getting wiped out at the line of scrimmage. Now we're going to go to a run play. I wish I would have had the first. A better throw and we would have had it. But now Wilson's going to be looking for the first down on a rush right here. Wisconsin brings the heat. Wilson trying to make a miss, but he cannot. Man, if only I had more protection right there. I had nothing but daylight. A big stop for the Wisconsin defense. And now we'll see what the Badgers do with it. They march down and get a field goal. We'll definitely take that. We're still up by 11. And now Purdue has the ball to begin the second half, leading 17-6. We'll start out in a slant formation. See if the teammates can get something going. Quarterback takes the snap. Wilson evades the pressure. Good throw right there for a gain of about 6. Good game for Paul Wilbin so far. 153 yards without a turnover. That's really all we need. We don't need Heisman numbers. We just need this guy to make smart decisions, which our quarterbacks have not necessarily excelled in over the past 4 years. 2nd and 4. Hand off to Wilson. Perfect block. Wilson up the middle and more. Past midfield. Look at that speed when they let him loose. As they say, do not let the cat out of the bag because you're going to get bit. And that is exactly what is happening to the Wisconsin Badgers. Jackson Wilson swiftly, surely putting on the dance moves, evading 6 Wisconsin defenders. And that's going to bring up first down at midfield. Now let's go to a pass play. Look at the balanced effort. 101 receiving yards, 96 rushing yards. Wilson in motion from left to right. And now he'll audible. Got to stay on your toes if you're the defense. You're watching Wilson. Look at him being active over there. Quick move and a catch. Wilson for a positive gain. That brings up 2nd down and 9. All right, next we're going to go to another run. Inside zone on 2nd and 9. Nope. I take that back. Take that back because we're going to do a stick play. I don't think he even read me. But for that, we're going to call timeout. We can't afford miscommunication right here, guys. We got the lead. We got to take advantage. Like, I don't care if that comes back to bite us late when we need timeouts. We shouldn't even be in that position. We can't give up this lead. We got to protect it. We have to. So here's what we're going to do now. We're going to try a slip screen. If we get a good block over there on the right side, we should have positive gain. Here we go. Here is Wilson looking for the throw. He gets it. Wilson through the middle. Good move. That's what we need right there. A gain of 6. Wilson now with 15 catches on the day for 108 yards. 3rd down and 3 is coming up. Yep, they're looking for the run, so what we're going to do is we're going to try to go to the sideline. Here it goes. I'm right here. It's caught. Oh, and they didn't give us the first down. You got to be kidding me. Challenge that, coach. I thought I broke the play in the goal line. Well, we didn't challenge it, so Wisconsin gets the ball. But a great job by the defense. The offense is putting together a heck of an effort. The referees just aren't on our side today. I thought for sure that was a first down. Now, granted, it was a close call. I can understand them not giving it to us, but I could have swore that ball crossed the line. What do y'all think? Let me know in the comments section if you want to. Jet touch pass. That one worked out okay. It results in a positive game. Well, I mean, it's not really okay. I mean, it only amounted to 1 yard, but hey, 1 yard's better than nothing at all. 5:25 to go here in the third quarter. Under the leadership of Jackson Wilson, Purdue with a 17-6 lead. Here's the snap. Wilson wide open, but the quarterback is way offline. Why was that way behind me? I ran to the target, and he threw that like to the side. I don't even know, man. Like, look how far offline this is. That's behind me. How am I supposed to catch that? All right, 3rd down and 9. 17-6 Purdue. 5:14 to go here in the third. Wilson in motion. Keep an eye on that sideline. Here we go. Wilson, hard cut. There he is. Diving catch! What more can Wilson be doing in this game? Are you kidding me? The running back playing like a starting wide receiver. C is not just for clutch, it's for charcoal. Look at the concentration. That's another C word. Clutch, charcoal, concentration, all in one effort. Wilson with an unbelievable play. And that sets us up at the 37-yard line. Now we got to take our second time out. Wow. I'm probably going to get taken out of this game soon because of my wear and tear down to 60%. But we've done our part here today. And we're going to continue to try to do our part until Coach pulls us. This is going to be a run play now. 4:31 to go here in the third. Wilson scurrying up the middle. There he goes. Can Wilson evade the quarterback? No, but he's got the first down. Wilson is now over 100 rushing yards. And that puts Purdue at midfield to the 50. This has been an effort for the ages, just like last week. Jackson Wilson is just on it. Yeah, Heatab, with as much charcoal as we've got, that fire is definitely going to cause a lot of disruptions. Oh, this is going to be wide open. If you just give me a good throw to the sideline, this is easy money. Go. Throw it, throw it, throw it. Oh, they decided to go to the teammates. Okay, we'll take the 8-yard gain. That's cool. Keep the sticks moving. All we need is a field goal to get this back to a 2-touchdown score. With the clock on our side here, with 3:32 to go here in the third, this could be a memorable victory for Purdue if the Boilermakers can hold strong. Here we go. Wilson stops, and now the quarterback gets sacked. Quarterback goes down, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 8. And now this may be risky, but we're going to go to the screen. On 3rd and 8. Pressure coming. Uh-oh, this is going to work. It's going to work. First down. Jackson Wilson does it again. Man, oh man, oh man. Pressure coming. Wilson calls for the screen. And he gets the first down to keep the line moving. 136 receiving yards. 109 rushing yards. It's already been an hour, Heatab, and it's been nothing but charcoal for the entire duration of this hour. 5 on the play clock. And now we got movement on Wisconsin. Now, wait a minute. Wisconsin jumped first. Why are they looking at us? Come on, I know you guys saw that. Didn't Wisconsin's players jump first? But no, they call the penalty on us. That's a bummer. All right, being at the 44-yard line. They're probably going to be expecting us to pass, so we're going to try to draw a run play up the middle. Here goes Wilson. Need a good block. Yes! Okay, that wasn't the best block, but Wilson with a great move to evade contact and pick up 8 yards anyway. 2nd down and 7 coming up. This might be my last drive of the game that I'm on the field for. So the least I could do is get us into scoring range to at least go up 14. That should be plenty of insurance for our team to bring home the win. 2nd down and 7. 136 receiving yards. 117 rushing yards for Purdue dual threat Jackson Wilson. This play, however, is going to be for the teammates. Quarterback goes back to throw. It's wide open and it's a catch. That's going to be a Purdue 1st down. And Paul Wilbon has surpassed the 200-yard mark in the passing column. It's definitely been his best game of the season. Yes, that includes the Fresno State victory. Even though he had more yards against Fresno State, Wisconsin's a way better team than Fresno. And Purdue is on the verge of an upset. They're 9 minutes away from it. Here's a screen play for Wilson. Here it comes. Wilson, nobody in sight, and he'll go to the sideline out of bounds. 153 yards on just receptions for Jackson Wilson. 19 catches. This is a Big Ten performance of all time. Jackson Wilson continuing to will his team downfield and keep this crowd on mute. All right, let's go to the post route. Ball on the 11-yard line. Heisman difficulties, CFB 26, Road to Glory senior season. Welcome in, guys. You're watching Ladder of Light Gaming, hosted by yours truly, Action Jackson Wilson. Here's the snap to the quarterback. Looking for a score here. He's going to flip it, but it's incomplete. He actually was going to check that down to Wilson as a last resort. I'm kind of glad that didn't work out because I would have got completely torched behind the line of scrimmage. That wasn't a good decision. But he really didn't have any other option there because, you know, like, because of the protection. You know what? Let's run it. Let's run it right here on 2nd and 10. Get us lined up in the event we don't get a touchdown. Jackson Wilson up the middle for a gain of 3. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 7. Now, barring a big mistake here, the Boilermakers will be up by at least 2 touchdowns heading into the 4th quarter. They're going to take this clock down on 3rd and 7. And we're going to try the screen play with Wilson right here. It's worked for us so far, and if it doesn't, we'll settle for the field goal. 10 seconds remaining on the play clock. They take it down. Now here's the snap. They flip it to Wilson, looking for the screen, looking for the touchdown, and he is short. Short by about 5 yards, but a great effort by Jackson Wilson right there on his 20th catch. And that's going to bring up 4th down, and I think we'll settle for the field goal. We do indeed. And we get the ball back. Leading 20-6, and they will keep Wilson in the game. And I'll tell you what we're going to do, since we're going to probably leave this game after our next hit, we're just going to run it. Keep the clock moving. This should be enough insurance for our team to work with. We've done our part here today. Nothing foolish here, guys. Great blocking, and Wilson will pick up another positive gain of 2. Keep moving the sticks here, guys. 9 minutes to go. I'm kind of at a loss for words right now, guys, as we spend some time chilling here on the menu to eat the clock a little bit. I wasn't really expecting much because of the support that I have around me. But if you're going to prove yourself as an NFL player, you got to still be able to put up numbers even on a struggling team. And we did it in a hostile environment against an undefeated conference rival. Here is Wilson getting body slammed after a gain of 2 more yards. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 6. Boy, Jackson Wilson is really going to be enjoying that ice bath after this game. He has been busy here today, whether it's running the ball making catches, doesn't matter. He's been involved in 35 plays, 15 rushes, and 20 catches. And now on 3rd down and 6, we're going to run it again. If we don't get a first down, we still had a productive possession. We took almost 2 minutes off this clock. Wisconsin's got a lot of ground to make up if they're going to score this down by 2 touchdowns. Jackson Wilson says, forget that. This drive will continue. And that's going to be it for Wilson. I think that hit did it because of my wear and tear. Yep, that's it. It's time to get in the injury rehab, get in my ice bath. We've done our job today. Our work is finished. Now, we sit back and we watch and see if our teammates can make it stand up. And they do it. 27-6. I'd call this an upset, but honestly, with the way it ended up, it wasn't really an upset. The better team won today. And I cannot believe I'm saying this. It was Purdue on the road here in Madison. So much adversity in terms of team for Jackson Wilson. He had been waiting so long for a victory like this. And we finally have it. Purdue is 3-1 on the season. The charcoal continues to work wonders. Look at the numbers for Jackson Wilson here today. 158 receiving yards, 132 rushing yards. This is what happens when you got a healthy and determined Wilson. Senior season, he's making it his best campaign yet. Let's return to that hub. 27-6 is the final. As you can see, I'm definitely going to need that ice bath. Oh, man. I got no regrets, though. It was worth all the aggro, guys. Wow, huge win. Big dubs in the comments section. Big dubs. We're already halfway to a bowl game. Something we didn't get to experience last year. We're 3-1. We got 8 games left on our schedule. We only need to win 3 of them. Playing a bowl game of some sort. Do I expect this team to contend for the Big Ten of the national championship? Absolutely not. But it sure is nice to see that we're a lot better than last year, that's for sure. Check your boy out. Big Ten Offensive Player of the Week. Honestly, I might get national recognition. If I don't get national recognition for that performance, then I don't know what will. Yeah, there you go. Come on, give it up. Show your boy some love. I've been through a lot over the past couple of years, but it's all led up to this, guys. Yes, Heat-Tav, it is a big W for sure. And the celebration might be short-lived because look who we got coming up next. We are at Ohio State on the road. We're not going to play the game. But actually, never mind. I wanted to show you guys the overall difference. Ohio State's probably like a 95 overall team, and we're like 69. That's how much of a difference this is about to be. Now, granted, we did have a valiant effort against them in West Lafayette last year, but we just pulled off an upset against Wisconsin when nobody thought that we were going to win, myself included. I'll tell you what, if we can somehow, some way pull this off, watch out. We might be in the national rankings next week. Because keep in mind, our only loss right now is against a quality opponent, TCU. We've looked solid against everybody else. Well, I wouldn't say solid against FCS West because we had to scratch and claw our way to that. But a win is a win. The bottom line is we're 3-1. We're 3-1, guys. I did not think we would start off like this, but hey, what a time for us to be playing our best season. My senior campaign, we're working our way toward the NFL draft. It's been a great college career for me as an individual. I came on as a 2-star running back. I not only proved myself as a running back, but as a wide receiver. Because I've had some very weak offensive lines over the years. So I've had to find other ways to beat teams. We did it with the wide receiver game. Breaking reception records, that's something that an NFL team is going to want, at least I hope. But we'll see what the future holds. Thank you guys once again for your support. And thank you, Hechav, for all of the charcoal. We're definitely going to need more of that going forward. May the peace that passes beyond all understanding and the unconditional love of Jesus Christ be yours today in His holy and almighty name. This has been another presentation of Ladder of Light Gaming with Action Jackson Wilson. This is College Football 26, EA Sports, Road to Glory on Heisman difficulty. Take care, guys.